Is this thing on? Check, check, check. Testing. Oh, holy snap. Alright, well, let's do something, huh? No idea what I'm doing here. Let's see. Oh, let's just fly around for a little bit. Ah, perfect song.
All my bags are packed, ready to go. I'm standing here outside the door. I hate to wake you up to say goodbye, but the dawn is breaking, it's early morn. The taxi's waiting, he's blown his horn. Already I'm so lonesome I could die. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go.
Let's see. Where do we want to start off today? Let's go. Gotta figure out where to go here.
I tell you now, they don't mean a thing.
Well, let's keep it random. I like Colorado. Do it a little more daytime. Oh man. Alright. Confirming I have no idea what I'm doing. Let's see what happens. And whether my computer is actually capable of streaming and playing Flight Simulator at the same time. I'm a little skeptical, let's be honest. Oh, perfect. Let's pick some sketchy conditions to start off. Solid. Alright, let's just go for it. No fear, right? Right. Parking brake. Alright, so this is Telluride. Lifting off. So far, so good. Wow, starting already at 8,600 feet. Crazy. Haven't stalled it out yet, so not too bad. Right into some classic Colorado winter conditions.
Denver Center, Cessna November Echo Uniform Tango Romeo Lima is type Cessna Caravan 1 miles west of Kilo Tango Echo X-ray 9,100 feet. Request flight following.
Cessna November Echo Uniform Tango Romeo Lima Denver Center. Squawk 1047.
Let's dip down in a little bit here, see if we can get below this cloud
Cessna
cover.
Tango Romeo Lima.
Cessna Tango Romeo Lima radar contact 2 miles west of Kilo Tango Echo X.
Oh, look at that.
3,800 feet.
Double rainbow right there.
Altimeter 30
Right out of the gate.
34.
Nice.
Roger, Cessna Tango Romeo Lima.
Gotta turn that setting off at some point, I guess. Oh, look at that. Somebody in my airspace. Still kind of see that double rainbow. Pretty slick. Yeah, look at that. Not bad right out of the gate. First stream ever. Right into the rainbow.
Report them inside.
Strong.
Skyward 3274 has the generic in sight.
Of course, I have absolutely no idea if everything is working, if I'm even audible.
American 134 has the generic in sight.
But I'm having fun flying into a rainbow. Could be worse. Don't I have a destination or know where I might even try to land this thing? No matter. Wow. Nice. Look at that. I haven't been flying very long, but I've definitely never seen a rainbow in game.
118.575 for Southwest 2862.
Wasn't sure if you could see it behind me or not. Fair number of people in this airspace. Usually when I fly around my house and I just started flying, there's nobody around. So it's fun to kind of randomly drop in and see other people. Wasn't really anticipating it being quite as cloudy as it is. Only just starting to understand some basics of how to control the plane. Cannot land worth a damn. Have repeatedly come up short on the runway. Not a great look. I don't even know what's in the vicinity. I did 0 flight planning. There, no. Looks like we've got some water we can kind of mill around. Nice, huh? A little less snowy here. Nice, nice. Used to live in Colorado. Definitely miss it. It's fun. I like this plane. This is the Grand Caravan. I know nothing about planes. I just like the way this one feels. In the like week or so that I've been messing around with this game with any seriousness. Inspired greatly by other Twitch streamers. Just thought I'd mess around and see if I could figure out how this works. Wow, thank you for the follow. Phenomenal mist. Appreciate it. It's beautiful. So ultimately, you know, I'd love to have people hop in and fly with me. I found that the whole group flying thing is really pretty great. And I had no idea it existed until, you know, just a couple days ago, really. It's just beautiful. I would move back to Colorado in a heartbeat. I live in southern Indiana now. Does not look like this. Not at all. I do get back to Colorado almost every year though, so I get my fill. I think my wife would go back twice as often. Both of our best friends live there still. I guess we're gonna go up and sort of check out these mountains right here. I have no real agenda. I'm just kind of going. Toss around just a touch. No fear. So we're gonna go right into this. I'll admit, since I have no real idea how to control this thing, it's a little intimidating. Still sort of getting used to controls. Just went ahead and got myself a cheap throttle and stick setup. Just to see if I had enough fun with it that one day maybe I would get myself something more substantial. It's fun. It's an improvement over the Xbox controller, for sure. Wow, this is just getting increasingly intimidating. Not sure my plane is really meant to be getting up this high, but I guess we'll find out the hard way. Hey now. Move towards this greener area here. Am I a little hot on the headset? Is that better? Figure that out. I think I'm gonna get sort of stuck up at high elevation here. That's what I get for having no real plan. It's cool though. Definitely see why there are other people flying around here. this map anymore. Yeah, I was hoping to sort of make my way towards whatever this is here, this lake in the middle of all this. Check it out. Maybe I need to take myself down a little bit. I guess that's what I'm seeing down to the left over there. I haven't exactly figured out what I'm going to do if I keep doing this stuff. I'll have to get myself a little more organized and try to do something a little more intentional, itinerary-wise. I'd like to do, some sort of cross-country thing and short hops. Just explore a little bit. Lots of international stuff I'd like to see also. Wow. Love how there's that sort of clear dividing line between the snow-covered area and the not snow-covered area. So I'm down a little bit. Nice. Right, there's the actual lake up there. Not sure if you really call that a lake or not. Skills out, of which I have none. Looks like we got a little ways to get there, but that seems like a reasonable destination with some green way to get us there. Very nice. Just not sure if I'm coming in hot on this headset or not. Looks a little hot. Oh, no way. Oh, yeah, I see you. Right on. Welcome to it. Appreciate you hopping in with me. Yep. Right on. Eventually I'll get some sort of Discord going or something like that, but that's more of my kids' stuff and they're teaching me that kind of thing at this point. I'm losing that visibility again. I guess I have no idea what elevation where we're heading to is here. If I'm going to try to make a landing at what's coming up there. Gotta learn me the proper alphabet too, right? For describing that stuff. Kilo, I don't know what M is, or T or J, quite frankly. Not good. Tango, right? Yeah, I had no idea that there was a whole flying with other people thing. It's totally revolutionary. Totally changed the game for me. So I've been hopping on other people's flights, and I was like, I would love to discover that I have a bunch of friends. I'm a librarian, and so I assume that I probably have a bunch of fairly geeky friends who are closet flight simmers, and I'm going to try to pull them out and turn it into a thing we do. And so I figured, well, I might as well figure out how to do stuff like stream and all that, and kind of piece it all together. So I guess this airport's going to be a little bit west of the way that I'm currently headed. Seems like I gotta still have some distance here, right? was nice. I love that we're sort of following what still seems to be kind of the divide between snow and not snow. It's rad. I mean, that kind of typified what living in Colorado was like for me. Right? It was like 300 days of just amazing weather and 65 days of chaos. My wife would move back there in a heartbeat. I'm still trying to do stuff like go through the training, and I am not real good at like fine adjustments and real controlled movement. I'm kind of a spaz, which makes it fairly hard to do some of this exercise as well, but it's good practice for me. Sort of conditions me to be a little more under control. It's definitely a little easier with the stick than with the Xbox controller for me. And to have the actual throttle. Stuff like trim, that's still kind of a confusing concept. I like get it, but have a hard time really getting it right. But the big calamity has been landing. I've been on a couple of group flights where I've had to sort of like bail because I've gotten myself, into some sort of too short landing, or I've completely overrun the thing. I'm like, okay, gotta bail. Sorry, won't be making the group photo tonight. Yeah, it looks like I am again heading a little too north of where this airport is. But also, I should sort of look and see if I can get some sense of what the runway pattern is. Okay, so it looks like it's a straight north-south thing. So I invariably hit these the wrong way. Not that it really matters from what I can tell, but I guess I'll just come at it from due south. That'll be fine. It's fun to practice and try. Yeah, it's like I try to make those adjustments and whatnot. I can't really ever get it to quite be perfectly level. Like, it's going pretty well right now. Like, my altitude's fairly steady right now. It's not too bad. But, I don't know, I watch some people and they just seem to have it locked in. And, like, I don't have that level of skill at all. Of course, I have no training and, have been playing for, like, 3 or 4 days, ultimately. So, keep my expectations in check. I'm also not really a particularly great gamer in any capacity. Seems like there's another plane in front of me sort of heading in that direction. I guess I'm just going to get sort of underneath it and turn north on it. And then see if I can figure out how to land without messing it up. Generally speaking, I cannot. Interesting, I wonder what town this is that we're looking at. Can't see what it says quite yet. I guess is that the airport? Am I coming in hot on this thing? Better slow down if that's the case. Bring it down. I could be coming in super hot. See some ball fields down there. Classic. This is my runway, so. Oh man. Makes me nervous already. We have to speed down. Way hot. so anxious. I'm hot, aren't I? That was not what I meant to do. I gotta get the speed down. Come on, baby. Am I gonna miss the runway entirely? Oh man, and not low enough. And coming in hot, kids. Oh no. Did you see that? I totally... Alright, we're going to accelerate out. We're going to try it again. That was funny. Oh yeah, flouse is a good idea. Thanks. That was almost a touch and go, right? Hilarious. Oh man. Alright, well, we'll approach it from this side. That was pretty funny. Let's take her around here. Let's do tipping that bad boy too high there. All good. Here, we're going to straighten out for a second. We'll take ourselves down and back around. We'll approach it the same way. There we go. Nice morning here. I think I set it for like 9 o'clock in the morning or something. So I would get, you know, some decent sun. Still again, tipping this thing too high. Oh man. Alright. Just gonna eventually make a turn around here, but I want to give myself some room to work with. Managed to get myself a little more altitude than I really needed to, probably. Beautiful. Nice sun flare. Not a bad life. Not a bad life. Whoops. Okay now. Yeah, these are my pitfalls, my just inability to make like fine adjustments and, you know, have like normal motor skills. Too chaotic. I don't even know where I am. I guess I need to keep going out a little more here. If I'm going to give myself room. But if at first you don't succeed, be willing to not succeed twice. One thing I'm going to have to do is like sort of rearrange my other screen, bring the chat window a little closer to the gameplay area and stuff. I have no idea what I'm doing though. And in this, my literal first attempt at it. Not too bad so far, though. Glad the computer seems to be holding up. It seemed a little dicey when there was like 40 other planes in the screen with me when like one of the group flights I was on, it was a little larger scale. Alright, we're going to start backing it around here and see how it does. altitude on the way here. Alright. No? Okay. That's the one. Oh, where am I? Guess let me go left, don't I? Northward. I get very nice. Lost my orientation altogether. That's a whole separate pursuit. Oh, I'm not even in line with anything. Man. That is hilarious. Alright, let's go at it from the other side. You're landing right now, you're showing off. I feel that. I'll get there. Or I won't. It's fine. No pressure. That's the beauty of it. I like that it maintains just enough of a like kind of arcade feel that you can just sort of pick it up and fly around, and you know, I've got damage turned off, so I slammed the thing into the side of a building, which I've done multiple times. No big deal. You know, restart, take off again, all good. I like that about it. I think it has a much more of a beginner-friendly feel than I expected, or at least based on my memories of, you know, what Flight Simulator, 15 years ago felt like. 15 years ago, 20 years ago, 25 years ago. I come from the Commodore 64 era, so the way back when of this kind of game, for sure. Out of this whole situation. I guess I'm just going to come at it from the north. A little different terrain to fly over to get there anyway, right? So obviously what I need to do is go far enough away that I have time to turn around and take a look. Yeah, the tutorials are intense. I'm still struggling. Like, you know, I have mostly B's. It's great. Can't quite nail them. I get a lot of that's okay, and good try. Yes. Well, I tried, but it's helpful. It explains a lot of concepts. It kind of covers a lot of the ground that you know. Yeah, I agree. Now I've pulled myself way up to like 10,000 feet. I guess what I could do is actually like look around. I have not really gotten myself very familiar with sort of good looking around in camera work. Like I was flying with a group and the guy had his plane on autopilot and he just went on a drone cam and just ran around to every other plane, and it was amazing. You know, I was like, okay, that's really slick. I could barely figure out how to look around and see like the other people who are around me. So, definitely got a variety of ways in which I need to figure things out. You know. All right, I'm still not really that far past the airport. So. Might give myself a little more room, but yeah, as soon as I start to figure out these kind of things and get better at looking around, everything else will become more functional for me. And I have done some like flying in cockpit, but I find it kind of claustrophobic, to be honest. And I'm like, I mean, I know it sort of reduces authenticity, but authenticity isn't exactly what I'm going for. Or what I'm particularly concerned about, you know. I am super impressed with the VATSIM volunteers who sit there and do 10 hours of ATC work. That stuff is insane, and it's really kind of zen to listen to. I really enjoy it, actually. I had been listening to the guy who does the Boston Center VATSIM, and he's just amazingly skilled. He's like super smooth with the communication and just money, and he's super busy. And then I discovered today the Indy Center, which is closer to where I live, and that was a far less busy. And I would say that the guy, while very cool to listen to, was not nearly as kind of smooth as the Boston guy was. It's just super impressive. But it was also interesting the way that they were like handing them off to. What am I doing? I just like totally lost track of where I was heading to. Okay, I see you. All right, I see what's up. I see what's up. I'm way up now. I get so far up in the air. Oh my god. All right, is this a good time to like break out those flaps? Some flaps. Alright, oh my lord. I am so far up in the air. Again, the sun flares though are awesome. Big fan, big fan. Alright, giving myself a few miles to work this out, right? I forgot maggot brain still going on in the background. Nice. Oh man. Alright, I clearly do not need any more throttle. At this point, it certainly doesn't look like. Man. I'm so far up in the air. Like, can I give it another flap? Is that like cool or is that a bad idea? There are no bad ideas. There's only learning opportunities. I don't really talk in platitudes like that. It just sounded good at the time. There's no way I'm getting down 9,500 feet at the time in 3 miles, am I? Oh, lordy. Let's pitch our nose up and see if we can just kind of... It sure doesn't look like it. Man, I am just terrible at gauging this. I'm going to fly right over this one. Because I'm either going to gain an unbelievable amount of speed as I try to descend that quickly, right? Like I'm already. Oh man. All right. How do I improve on this? What am I going to do differently to get this right? Because I'm clearly going to have to take it back around. Or we're just going to go up in the air and go to a different airport. I'm certainly not going to torture you by watching me do these painful loops. Right, clearly I'm not going to get that on the ground. So really what I need to do is pay more attention to keeping a reasonable altitude. Yeah, you know, I thought I had that turned on. Like when I fly in my local airport, the red rectangles or whatever, or like brackets, is that what we're talking about? Man, I would be so good if I was just doing some sort of like bush landing on whatever's going on over here. Let's do it right. Let's see if I can make it tighter here. So long and getting back to another chance at it. I think that should be plausible without getting myself up another, 6,000 feet above where I am. I think. Still a beautiful morning to be flying around in Colorado. Could be worse. You see the disconnection in the stream? It told me disconnected for a second. It sort of seems to be functioning normally. Well, that's interesting. But everything sure looks normal. Alright. Super. Okay, so let's see. Next round. Get distracted again. Just distracted driving. That's what I wanted to do. So I got disconnected. Or so it shows. I have no idea if I'm reconnected or not. Trying to figure out if I got disconnected and back or not. I think I am. I think I lost my friend on the list. May or may not still be just floating around here, whether he's on my stream or not. I wanted to take his advice, see if I can pull the pause. Let's see. Let's try. That's right, but I wish I knew which one I talked about there. Let's try that one.
Kilo Mike Tango Juliet Traffic Cessna November Echo Uniform Tango Romeo Lima 3 miles south 7,900 feet inbound to land runway 31.
Yeah, I think you're right. And in the meantime, I tried to figure out the ATC thing, and it looks like we pretty much nailed it. Oh, hey there, Shadow. Welcome to it. I'm making my like third attempt at landing at this regional airport over here, which I have completely lost my orientation because I finally got the, yeah, there it is, of course. Okay, so now I have to figure out how to use it to my advantage, right? Let's see here. So what's this telling me? Get in here first of all. Get myself down. That's part of what's telling me. Alright, yeah, this is super good. I am doing the right thing by following this right now. I'm guessing the runway that I selected might not have been the same runway that I tried to land on. I don't know, I just picked one at random. There were just 4 numbers, you know? Is this the good or not? Is it? I'm still not really in the pattern. I've already had a couple experiences where I've like thought I had an autopilot engaged and watched it take my plane right into the ocean. Alright, so I gotta figure out what to do about that. Can I... Hold on a second. Massive.
Is that any better? Again, don't forget I have no idea what I'm doing. Definitely being outside the plane makes it louder. It's okay, it's like pattern entry, but what did that mean? So now what do I do? Is that completely the opposite way? Did I just go through that thing backwards? Oh man, and that is the story of my life right there. Alright, let me turn this thing around and then I'll try to mess with the volume a little more. Oh man. Don't mind my terrible pitching up of my plane. Be kind. I have no idea what I'm doing. As Nominal Mist has seen in my multiple attempts to actually find the runway. Well, I mean, yeah, especially if I have no idea. Okay. Oh, I'm too slow. Alright, wow. Feel you there. Oh, maybe it's a little, maybe I should like take the flaps back up at this point. So look at that. More throttle, all that. You're kind. Oh man, I don't want to get too much throttle and find myself getting out of this pattern. Right? Ooh, now too fast. Up there. I'm sorry, I'm too fast. Okay, I guess I'll go back on it. To like take my hands off it right now. Just keep messing with that. Ooh, uh-oh. Yeah, see. Alright. Uh-oh. Didn't like that. Okay. It's a risk when I ask my computer to do too many things at one time, I guess. I'm also, sharing the bandwidth with two kids who are most certainly playing some sort of multiplayer online game right now. This is too fast, huh? Okay. Oh man! Just losing control of it for a second there. Yeah, I feel like if I take off too much speed, I'm going to descend out of the pattern. I guess I'm going to then. Alright. And now the tricky turn. Ooh, they're expecting some stuff out of me here. Alright. Ooh. Easy, easy. Let's go. Alright. Still too fast though, huh? Alright, well, we'll take a little off this throttle. See, this is always how I end up feeling like I am going to end up short. Oh no, that was bad. Oh snap, I'm out of the pattern. See? See, how did I get out of the pattern? Oh man, no. Stay with. Oh snap. Oh no. See, I gotta give it a little throttle to kind of stay in it. I don't get that part. How do I? No. Straighten out, baby. Straighten out, baby. Oh, snap. Coming in so hot. Oh, snap. Coming in crazy. we flying, right? Yeah, let's go. Oh. Did I turn the parking? I think I'm trying to take off again. I'm like, I ain't trying to take off. I'm still trying to land. Slow her down here a little. Rolling your way. Thank you very much. Appreciate the advice. Definitely following the pattern. Very helpful. Taxiing over your way here. Let's see. I'm pretty rough at the taxiing, if I can be perfectly honest about that. It took me forever, like, I mean, many hours to figure out the actual brake button on this joystick. Because, you know, they just give you the instructions like, button 4. I just could not figure out for the life of me which was button 4. Because you got to be in a situation to use the brakes to even figure it out. It's like, all right. Huh. Right on. Oh, that sort of felt like an accomplishment right there. I fly from somewhere else. Change of scene. That's what I'm thinking. Let's see. Yeah, I'm just gonna hop out. And again, I really have no obvious agenda. What I would like to do, actually, is fly over the gorge in Washington, but I don't know what the closest airport is to it. Feeling the lack of responsiveness right now. It's like you got one. Come on now. There we go. Okay, so the gorge is, I don't know if that's just going to come up if I put gorge. That's kind of a broad word. Columbia Gorge Regional sounds pretty promising, I have to say. All right, let's get some daytime here. Come on now. I think it's still recovering from that flight. I want to drag it. Oh, ooh, wow. Well, that was just a complete collapse of the program, wasn't it? Well, I knew I was pressing my luck, but wowza. It's my youngest, who is actually most likely not going to play baseball this spring, and is instead looking like he's going to run some track. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting that colossal crash like that. We'll see if it comes back. I have never tested the stream and flight sim at the same time, and it held up pretty good for a while there. I messed with it by trying to, get back through the menu system. That was a step too far, apparently. Oh, man. Come on now. I don't know if I really had it going or not. I didn't see the little, that. Let's see the test that.
I think I know the reason for that.
Is it back now? Do you hear it now? That's because I'm stupid and don't know how to use Twitch. And so when I made up that other scene, I didn't put an audio source, which I could see right away as soon as you said it, but I could probably fix that, but it's no big deal. Let me go grab some water real quick. I'll be like 30 seconds. That's because I'm stupid and don't know how to use Twitch. And so when I made up that other scene, I didn't put an audio source, which I could see right away as soon as you said it, but I could probably fix that. It's no big deal. Let me go grab some water real quick. 30 seconds. Looks like it's coming back at least. And don't you run off no more. I mean, you sort of wonder, but. Let's go. I really should do what I said I was going to do and switch my windows around a little bit. Bring the chat a little closer to the screen. All right, we seem to be coming back into it here. So what was I looking at? Gorge. I have this idea that I'm going to do like a sort of a tour of concert venues I've been to, like the outside amphitheaters. It's just an excuse to kind of bounce around the States and do something a little different. But I know there are other like prefab, like cross-country plans and that kind of thing. So I'll probably take a look at some of those. I haven't really gotten into looking at like mods and all that kind of stuff, but I've been watching some other people and how they use them, and there's a ton of stuff out there. But I got to figure out the basic game, and I probably got to eventually get myself maybe a little bit of more confidence with the idea of flying inside the cockpit. Although really I like the scenery, and that's kind of like half the gig. I was watching a streamer today who's just does bush flying, and I was like, yep, I relate to that. That seems like that could be my thing, although I'd have to figure out a little more about this whole landing deal. That pro tip about requesting the landing to get the assist was clutch, apparently. Right? Alright, so let's take a quick look. Hopefully this is all nice. Alright, so I was going to look at the Columbia Gorge. It took me like 3 days to figure out that there was this separate search box, and I just kept searching for things up here and getting really annoyed that I couldn't really find like the airport at a location, because I really needed to search for the name of the airport here. So, total game changer to figure out that this thing existed. Alright, we're going to take this out to like something a little more morning-y. Huh. Not really anticipating the best conditions, but that's alright. So I gotta figure out kind of where I'm really trying to go here. I'm gonna admit I don't exactly know. Is there any... I wonder if there's a strip in George Washington. Try that instead. Because I bet there is. I don't know if it's probably not really what I want. Well, you know what? I think I can be satisfied flying the area without really having to find that particular destination. Alright, so that's going to be KDLS. I'm just going to take off from a runway. And again, let's make it... Stream
strangely dark. Just go sort of midday with it, I guess. No idea if that's the right direction to be flying or not. Alright, here we go. And I don't know if it was a mistake to pick what appears to be the shorter runway here, but we'll take our chances. Nominal Mist, are you hopping in with me? Not that you're not completely capable of catching up if I were to get started, as you've already proven. Why is it so dark? Didn't I? Can we make it? Wow, this weather though. Craziness. Oh, nice. Strong. Alright, I guess I'm going to go with sort of a midday-ish feel because this weather is looking pretty serious. Alright. I'm not sure what my plan is. We're just going to try to go along the river, I think, for the most part here. See how much visibility we get out of that. Alright, so I assume I have a parking brake that is on, so I'm going to do what I do and hop on this external view. And so again, let me know about the sound thing. I tried to kind of, let's do that. Fix my rudder here. Just keep trying to adjust that so that the sound's not too overwhelming. Alright, here we go. Take it off. There we go. Nice. Alright, so we are heading east already, so we're going to have access to the river here pretty quickly, it looks like. A little cloud cover. I don't know if I'm going to have to kind of keep it low to be able to really see what's going on. Yeah. Fine. Now you're already up at like 8,000 feet. I got some work to do.
Seattle approach Cessna November, Echo Uniform Tango Romeo Lima, type Cessna Caravan, 1 mile east of Kilo Delta Lima Sierra 600. Request flight following.
What? Huh. What is going on with this thing? I mean, is this just a... It's just a big old ice mass, huh? Fascinating. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was totally fascinated by the whole bush landing thing and the way that folks were just able to really just bounce their plane anywhere. It's like, that really is my speed. Huh. Got somebody else up here ahead of me flying real low. And we're just going right into these clouds. I have no idea what's going on now. I'm just going to sort of follow the river. Well, I don't really know what's happening. Boom. Oh, man. Find yourself a little closer to land than you anticipate sometimes. It'd be hard to do much of bush landing where I am right now. Say that much. Alright. I'm going to kind of push myself above these clouds for a minute, I think. Yeah, I tried flying the Cub a little bit today. It was fun. For whatever reason, I find myself coming back to this Grand Caravan. I tend to do that. I'm like the guy who figures out what he likes at a restaurant and just keeps ordering it, and lose my sense of adventure quickly. So I'm gonna have to sort of force myself to keep pushing my boundaries to keep things interesting, I'm sure. This is cool though. This plane's probably doesn't really feel like it's meant to be sort of riding above the clouds, but it's doing all right now. Oh, honey, you turned me on the radio. I get that. I get that. See, but then you end up having to do things like biplanes. I can be happy with the default for a long time. That said, it didn't take me long to buy a throttle and stick setup. Oh, there we go. There's a little peek through what's going on underneath these clouds. I'm nervous to try to make any attempt to fly underneath them. Looks like I'd be pretty much on the ground. That looked like a little actual river visibility right there, though. Am I wrong? It had looked pretty snow-covered. Nice. Yeah, I've driven along the river before. That's a great part of the country, for sure. Look at this. Oh yeah. That's what's up. I love it. That is just cool. Look at that. Right? I mean, just amazing. Love it, love it, love it. Oh, thank you for the follow, Mr. Antonov. I'll try to check you out after I get off. I am challenged to multitask. Let's be honest. Oh, I got kind of off track here, didn't I? Started following that Funk Brother 10 up there a little bit, but I want to get back onto the main river, I think. Yeah, that's sweet. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, there's some more blue. Well, maybe I can get down closer to it. Yeah, I lived out in Oregon for a while, and whereas I think my wife would probably make the move back to Colorado sooner, I kind of was partial to Oregon. I really liked the beach proximity. Still feel like this is a little hot. Just a touch. Love this. Let's go down in it a little bit. I got a small plane. It's meant to be able to do stuff like this, right? Take some chances. Oh man, what is going on down in here? Try to see if I can get myself down into this a little bit. Kind of take it more like the guys I was watching doing bush flights earlier today. I don't really know, like, kind of where this leads if I keep going in terms of, like, another potential landing opportunity. Oh, man, I'm supposed to go to a wedding tomorrow. That normally I would be kind of excited about, but I don't know. What is going on here? It's like the clouds getting reflected, I guess. Nice. Alright, I can't let myself get too low here, right? I don't know though. Solid. Love this. Yeah, look at that. That's cool. Whoever's living out here in Rufus, I mean, I guess this is all Washington on both sides of the river. I'm not 100% sure. I guess it's possible that that's Oregon on the south side. I don't really know. I don't think so, though. Whoever's living out here in Rufus, they kind of got it going on. Probably not a bad life chilling out here. Well, I'm not sure about this, like, sort of brownish cloud cover that I seem to be living in right now. Look, we got like some sort of dam coming up here. That's cool. Huh. I was like, that's not me.
126.6% to Tango Romeo Lima. Seattle Center, Cessna November, Echo Uniform Tango Romeo Lima 900.
That's cool. So I'm within range of Seattle Center's airspace, I guess. Sort of learning a little bit about airspaces as part of just this new opportunity to geek out on stuff. Because all of this is like just completely new to me. One of my coworkers was working on his private pilot's license at some point, and so he had an aeronautical map that he tossed my way that I didn't understand at all, but found completely awesome because it was just full of arcane symbology and things, and so had to learn a little bit about airspaces to understand what was going on. Very interesting stuff. Alright, this is pretty nice. Looks like maybe I could take it back up a little bit and not be cloud obstructed, but not for very long, I guess. I see fairly thick cloud cover sort of coming up ahead here. Sort of curious if I have any sort of interesting airstrip opportunity anywhere. I guess was that the Dalles back there? Looks like it. Don't see a lot, huh? Looks like there was an opportunity there. What's this right here? Is that... I don't know what that... What does it mean when it's blue? Does that mean like dirt or something like that? Untowered, that kind of thing. So if that's like a worthy destination, or is that just going to be like an absolutely impossible landing as a result of whatever? Oh, there's all sorts of little airstrips around there, aren't there? Try to find some sort of semi-logical destination. Let's got a SF-621 Han up ahead of us. It's been kind of on the same trajectory with us for a while. Make some sort of effort. Thinking we're looking at either trying to make a run to maybe over here just for the fun of trying to make another landing, but I have no idea what I'm up against here. I feel like I'm getting away from the river, am I? We'll try to sort of stick with the basic river valley. Got ourselves above the clouds here, though. Are you able to hear the music? I guess I hadn't even really considered the possibility that you couldn't. I have no idea what actually comes through the stream. Oh, those windmills down there? Check that out. I don't know how to... Yeah. It's kind of hard to... I don't know how to separate it from the game audio. Like, I can turn it up so that I guess they're both kind of the same. Do you hear that louder? Yeah. So that's with it turned up like 100% within, I'm just using Spotify right now, which I think puts it on par with the game audio. And I guess what I can ultimately do is go in and turn down the game audio. But, you know, that's like advanced stuff. That I should ultimately get to because I sort of like the quieter, plain experience ultimately. Hyper-realism is not necessarily what I'm after. I'm just letting myself climb right now, aren't I? Which almost seems necessary. So there's Arlington Muni. That sounds like kind of a fun destination. So do I learn again to contact them? Is that still a thing? Oops. Hello. Oh, come on now. I need to map cursor mode on my joystick situation. Oh, come on, man. Oh, another multi-runway. Alright, we'll do runway 6. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I get another opportunity here. Okay. Oh man, how do I get to this pattern? So it looks to me like I've got to go past it and come back, right? Is that the right interpretation of what I'm seeing there? Like that it starts from the other direction? And that's cool. Right, the pattern entry is further away than the airport itself. That's cool. I like it. I'm gonna give it a shot. Failure is fun too. Receive your kiss. Gonna try to follow this pattern through the clouds, apparently. Dicey. I mean, there's just no way I would know to even try to approach like that without that kind of help. Can't even imagine. Like, I'm gonna go past it and then turn around and come back. wild. I love all the systems, though. The way the ATC guys all talk. Just the lingo of it all. The maps. So arcane. See, what I should be doing is, see, now how come it won't hold that now? Oh, there we go. It's crazy since you can see so much airspace, it's like impossible to really tell how far away like those other planes are from you that I can see when I, you know. I don't want to lose track of what I'm doing here. Okay, no blow. Yeah, I'm excited to like take that kind of stuff to the next level. Like I started just like listening to a guy who was doing VOR, base flying, and it's like, okay, I sort of get what you're doing. That's cool. I could try that, you know, and just all those sort of systems that you can learn. That totally makes sense. Do you actually fly in real life? Why is that so weird? Cool. That's awesome. We live really close to an airport, a little, you know, tiny little airport, and it's interesting when I like to mess around with flying out of it, of course, because it's actually directly in line with my subdivision. But what's weird is that when the game spawns me in, it has me in the opposite direction that traffic actually goes on that runway, and I don't really know that I can change that. Like, I guess I should look and see if there are other spawn positions in the airport. I really haven't done that, but it's sort of weird that it's like, I wonder why that, like, the only detail I would think it would have is which direction the runway actually operates, but not so much. Totally the opposite of what the planes do. So rather than what I experience is people landing, you know, come sort of on the descent, coming over our property. But in the game, when I take off, it takes me like 20 seconds and I'm suddenly over my house, or the auto-gen version thereof. Alright, I've like totally moved away from where I needed to go. So, it's back. Like that. Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge. Strong, thank you. I will do that. I'm a librarian, so that kind of thing sounds like right up my alley. Am I actually going back towards my pattern right now? Okay. Yeah, so no, I'm not quite where I need to be on this pattern. Alright, I see. Alright, not bad, not bad. Gotta start dropping down to it. Since the pattern entry is at 1,886 feet. It don't look like it's at 1,886 feet. Yeah, so I'm the type of librarian that showed up, could use a computer, and so now I run the IT department. It's kind of librarian. Started out as a more conventional branch manager type, but Librarians who can tack tend to tack. As a matter of course. That's fun. It's worked. It's turned into a career. I'm not really sure I'm going to actually hit this pattern or not. It seems like I really got to slow down though. It's one of those times when I have that VFR map is where I want to be looking. Yeah, I guess that really is way below where I am right now. Alright, that's alright. The training told me that managing your speed is the key to a good landing. Not very good at it, as it turns out. It's like, it seems like managing all the stuff is the key. But definitely coming up short or overshooting the runway is typically the issue that I'm bringing to the table. That's beautiful. Look at that. Get after it. I just don't know how you can argue with that. Yeah, I definitely like that, like, someone like myself who has, like, no experience, no clue what he's doing, can kind of jump into this and have this kind of experience sort of, like, right out of the box. I think that's really awesome. And much different than I remember the flight simulator experience of decades ago, where everything was super arcane. If you didn't have the manual, you couldn't do anything. Like, good luck. Which was cool, if, you know, to the extent that I was really into really arcane stuff that was hard to learn. But it just, you almost couldn't do it if you didn't have some actual knowledge of flying. You know. Alright. Not doing too bad approaching this pattern right now. It's like sort of happening. Kind of coming at it from a funny direction, but not a total disaster. Oh, look at those windmills. Nice. We have a couple of pretty big windmill farms here in Indiana. Alright. There we go. I'm going to keep a little throttle here because, again, I'm worried about just dropping a little too low in this thing. Like, I want to stay at the top of this pattern, personally. Even if it means it's going to tell me I'm coming in too fast. Yeah. It's alright. I see you, but see how I'm dropping already? Oh, and I forgot about my flaps. Where are my flaps at? Whoops. Let's not be too pitchy here. Alright, alright. Alright, little throttle to keep that speed right there. Come on now. Come on now. Just a little throttle. Nice. Alright. Not too bad right now, right? This all looks sort of intentional. Still thinks I'm going too fast, but like, oh, I guess it wants me to go more like 65, doesn't it? Not 85. Yeah. My bad. I also got docked for speeding on my driver's test, so, you know. My eldest son, who just got his license, got to do his road test with the person who taught him how to drive. I was like, well, that's a scam. The guy has no incentive to fail you. Alright, what's going on here? It seems like it's going to make a big old turn. Doesn't feel like it's going too badly so far, but I mean, I think what I learn here is that patience is really the key to a good approach. Like, not rushing it. I mean, come on. Is that really too fast? It doesn't feel too fast. Now, so can I make this turn entirely on, like, rudder? Or is that, like, a bad idea? Is that, like, not what... Yeah, it seems sketchy. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. Seems like a little of both, maybe, that would be ideal. Uh-oh. Still telling me too fast. But see, I get worried that I'm losing too much altitude. So I like to... I would be excited to kind of see where I was landing. Oh no. Oh no. Why am I drifting? Oh, it turns again. Oh no. I wasn't anticipating that. I think I need a little more zets here. Ooh, this turn. It's working my wrist. All this rudder I'm applying to make this thing. Okay, looks like we are on the final approach here to a runway I don't exactly see. Uh-oh. Not too high. Oh, I think I do see it now. Okay. That was confusing. See, it tells me my altitude's too high, but then I feel like I end up too low. This is like my ongoing concern. Is that... Alright, here we go. See, doesn't it seem like I am going to end up short? Oh, oh, I see. Yeah, I am going to be short. Oh, watch how I just finesse that in there. Little tree clip. But hey, you know, in the grand scheme of things, I'm dead, but it's still fun. Man alive. Not exactly pretty. Little short again. Little short. Yeah, I mean... Thank you, settings that don't involve damage control. That's so close, too, right? Almost finessed it in there without hitting a tree. I love it. I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer. It's all going to come together. I can feel it. Alright, I'm going to come on down here. Well, I think that I am probably going to wrap up shop here. Having had a pretty nice time of it. Nominal missed. I very much appreciate you flying along with me here. I'm just coming to the end of this like runway that's nothing. It's like, okay. See, you got that bush landing going out there. I saw that. Hilarious. See, I got a feeling. Yeah, super fun, Anonymous. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. I don't even know how to like properly end a stream or anything like that, but I'm just gonna try to figure it out. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Have a good night.